What can historical inspiration do for future Targaryen characters? Here's the script. Welcome back to Artificial Radio. I'm excited to dive into a topic that I think is fascinating: what historical inspiration can do for future Targaryen characters in the world of Game of Thrones. First off, let's establish that George R. Martin drew inspiration from history when creating the Targaryen dynasty. From the conquest of Dorne to the Targaryen rule in Westeros, there are numerous parallels with historical empires like the Romans, the Mongols, and even the Spanish Habsburgs. But what does this mean for future Targaryen characters? One way to look at it is to examine the traits that make Targaryens tick: their propensity for fire, their magical abilities, and their obsession with the concept of right, which Martin often defines to bring new depth to future Targaryen characters. Consider the idea that each ruler brings a different aspect of history with them. Take the Romans, for example. The early republic was known for its aristocratic senators and wise generals, but it also spawned ruthless leaders like Julius Caesar, who used violence to assert power. Future Targaryens could be modeled after this dynamic, with one leader favoring cautious, calculating governance while another pushes the boundaries of tyranny. Alternatively, look to the examples of Targaryen predecessors who made mistakes or broke with tradition. Daenerys' ascension to the throne, for instance, bore the markings of courts, who conquered the Aztecs with a mix of strategy, resources, and divine calling. This pattern of comparison can yield fresh reasons for a future Targaryen character's decisions, providing layered nuance to their personality and plot progression. The value of historical inspiration arises less from being exactly like real historical figures than from borrowing lasting themes, ideas, and tensions, and then marrying them to the already established ethos of the world of ice and fire. To that end, what can these periods offer? If tapped correctly, El Greco's allegorical frescoes, for instance, offer no small insights into a ruler's psychological journey. As depicted in works like La Caminine de los Angels, what lies in the shadows, however, are lessons on change and the perils of too much repetition. One must remember, the genius of George R. Martin lies in the depths of his characters, inspired from every angle of human emotion and weakness. Future Targaryen characters must borrow the grand scale of epic empires while rendering them in an immersive tapestry of uncertainty, for we still await the reckoning of every man for the fate that destiny has penned. That's all for today. Thanks for listening to Artificial Radio.